It's so nice of you to consider our dietary requirements. We appreciate it very much. Yes, yes, Jason, 我明白了. I've got it. Next week at your house. Yes, James, 他也会来. They'll be coming too. And we're both thrilled that you'd like for us to celebrate the Lunar New Year with you and your family. 对啊，我们好久没一起庆祝农历新年啦。That's right. It's been so long since we last celebrated the Lunar New Year together. It makes me so happy that we get to celebrate it the way we did before. 我等不及下个星期了。I can't wait for next week. 终于又可以穿我的旗袍啦。I finally get to wear my 旗袍 again. Mhm. Mhm. Mm. Yes, I understand that you need to go make preparations. Okay. Thank you both for calling, and 下个星期再聊吧。We'll chat again next week. 好啊，再见。Alrighty then. Bye. Yeah, Jason and James. It's been so long since I last saw them. They were our neighbors growing up, and we had such fun playing together as children. All of us and our siblings. And studying too. Sounds funny, doesn't it? I know it does to many people that we had fun studying. Even though we went to different schools, the three of us would sit down and do our Mandarin homework together. If one of us didn't understand, the others would help them out. And when all of us were stumped, we'd go and ask their parents. Good times, good times. Every Lunar New Year, their family would invite ours over to celebrate, and it was all such good fun. I'm happy we managed to stay in touch all these years, because you don't get to relive memories like that with just anyone. You have a confession. What is it? You haven't celebrated the Lunar New Year before. It's okay that you've never celebrated it before, and that you don't know much about it. Of course it is. There are festivals and holidays that I don't know much about too. Will Jason and James be offended if you accidentally do something wrong because you didn't know about it? If it were an accident, I don't think they would. As far as I know, they're understanding people who'll let you know what you've gotten wrong and gently correct you. That's how they've been like since we were children. Besides, I'm going to teach you what I know. Of course I will. You don't need to know everything. The basics are enough. Everything else you can learn by actually being present. I think James and Jason can help with that. I only know what I've seen at their family celebrations and from what I've read about and studied in school. From personal experience, most people have been very warm and welcoming when you embrace and respect their culture and its practices. I'm sure that your efforts to learn will be appreciated at the gathering. I don't just think so, I know so. Remember I told you that their family would invite ours over? James and Jason's mother would always have the biggest smile each time my siblings and I would greet her with special Lunar New Year wishes. That's how I know that they'll be happy to know that you specially took time to learn about their practices before attending. You want to learn some of the greetings? Sure, let's start with those. There's 新年快乐, which means Happy New Year. This is the standard, most basic Lunar New Year greeting anyone can say. Repeat it after me. 新年快乐. And again, 新年快乐. Very good. You did so well there. Now, the next one is very common too. 恭喜发财. When you say this, you wish someone happiness and prosperity. Now you try. 恭喜发财. And one more time. 恭喜发财. Great. The next one is 平平安安. And this means peace and safety. It's a very simple but very powerful wish. Let's try saying it aloud. 平平安安. Good. Now again. 平平安安. Excellent. Do you think you could manage a couple more? Your excitement is so cute. I'm glad to see that you're enjoying learning these phrases. Okay, let's continue. Now, this is another wish that I learned very early on. And just like 平平安安, I use it not just for the Lunar New Year, but for birthdays and anniversaries too. So this one is incredibly useful in many different situations. Wishing someone good health or 身体健康. Okay, aloud now. 身体健康. One more time. 身体健康. Great! You've done really well so far. Okay, before I teach you some more special phrases, I need to explain the Chinese zodiac to you. It's also called 生肖, and the zodiac sign that each individual is assigned is based on their birth year. The Chinese zodiac has 12 signs, all of which are animals. There are many renditions of the myths that account for how the animal signs were chosen and their arrangement. The one that I'm familiar with is that of the Great Race, because that's the version that I heard growing up. It's said that in ancient times there wasn't a way to calculate and distinguish months and years. The Yu Di, or the Jade Emperor, who is the ruler of the heavens, held a race on his birthday to come up with a way to measure time. The first 12 animals to cross a river would each earn a place on the Zodiac calendar. The animal that arrived first would earn the first spot, and so on and so forth, until all 12 spots were filled. In short, the animals arrived in this order: the rat, the ox, the tiger, the rabbit, the dragon, the snake, the horse, the sheep, the monkey, the rooster, the dog, and the pig. Each zodiac cycle lasts 12 years, with each year being represented by a different animal. Also, because the lunar calendar is different from the calendar that we use on a daily basis, the day that each year starts isn't always the same. Generally, the Lunar New Year falls sometime between January and February. That's why two people could be born in the same year and still have different zodiac signs. Do you understand what I mean so far? This year is the year of the tiger. So that's why I want to teach you some New Year greetings that specifically make some sort of mention of the tiger. Are you ready? I think that it's really cute that you want to learn so much about the culture. Your enthusiasm just makes me grin from ear to ear. Believe me, I know that the guys will appreciate the fact that you learned all these things. And if they don't, I can almost guarantee you that their mum will. Yes, I'm that confident. The lady is a proper sweetheart. You'll know once you meet her. Anyways, here's the last greeting I'm teaching you for today. I don't want to overload you with too much information at one go. We can revise these greetings over the next few days, and if you want to learn more, I'll teach you then. Okay? Right. Last one for today is 虎年大吉. 虎年大吉 means to wish someone good luck in the year of the tiger. Now, repeat after me. 虎年大吉. And again, 虎年大吉. Fantastic! One thing to note though, before wishing someone any of the wishes I've taught you today is their age. In Mandarin, there is a formal and an informal way to address someone. When addressing someone who is about your age and younger, you can just call them ni. That's the informal way of talking. So, for example, when we go over to James and Jason's, you can address them using the word ni. That's perfectly cool. If you want to wish them a Happy New Year, you can just say 祝你新年快乐. 祝 is the verb used to wish someone on any special occasion. It could be a birthday or an anniversary too, not just for festive holidays. But when you speak to their parents, when we go over, you cannot use the word ni. Instead, you use the word 您, which is the more formal term. You use this term when talking to someone who is older than you. What's the best thing to stick to when we visit? Growing up, their parents always taught us to address any elders with the word 您, so let's just stick with that, okay? 祝您身体健康, wishing their parents good health. And yes, in case you're wondering, we will wish both the guys and their parents. It's what I was taught to do growing up, and it's what I've seen their other relatives and family friends do. If anything, let's do it out of respect for our hosts and politeness because they are welcoming us into their home to celebrate one of the most important holidays of the lunar calendar. Okay? Good. Is there anything else you'd like to know about? That is an excellent question. Food, because let's be honest, no celebration is ever complete without food. From what I've seen at Jason and James's over the years, they always have fish. In Mandarin, the words for fish and surplus are homonyms. They have the exact same pronunciation and intonation. They're both pronounced yu. There's an auspicious greeting that goes 年年有余, and basically it's wishing someone an abundance of all the good things that come along with the new year. That's why fish is usually part of the meal, because it represents abundance. There are also dumplings. In Mandarin, they're called 饺子. If I'm not mistaken, the shape of dumplings that are cooked during the festive season resembles that of ingots. Ingots were a kind of currency used in China many, many years ago, in ancient times. Because of the resemblance, dumplings are eaten to wish for prosperity and good wealth in the new year. What else is there? Have you heard of 年糕 before? 年糕 is a kind of glutinous rice cake that's eaten during the new year. This is another example where homonyms come into play. In Mandarin, the word for high is also pronounced exactly the same way as the word for cake. Here, they're both pronounced gao. This is why 年糕 is a good gift for someone who celebrates the new year. You're wishing for them to reach greater heights in their endeavors and in all the other areas of their life. Your tummy is rumbling just thinking of all the delicious food. I don't blame you. The goodies are extra delectable this time of year. And yes, before I forget, Jason was asking me if you had any special dietary requirements or allergies or things you can't eat. He already knows mine, and well, because this is something we haven't yet talked about, I told him I'd ask you first. We also have to go and shop for a present for them soon. We can't just visit them empty-handed. Actually, if you don't have anything planned for the rest of today, we can go and shop now. And let's pick up some 年糕 for them too. I know that James and his father have a special soft spot in their heart for 年糕. We can get one for ourselves and you can try it too.